Yo, what is up, my racing managers? Today we're going to compare F1 Clash Mobile with GT Manager Mobile. Both of these games have brilliant features, but if we merge them both together, we would have an amazing racing manager mobile game in our hands. Now, we're going to start with what F1 Clash has better than GT Manager. First of all, and the most important thing that F1 Clash has over it is the PvP system. So you're racing head-to-head or your duels, and sometimes you race a live human, a live player, not always bots like in GT Manager. They also have in F1 Clash a club system where you can create your own community and your own friends and have a nice Discord channel and just bring up some friendship and bond with other players. GT Manager does not have this, and I believe those two features are key in F1 Clash, and I think it might be still a better game than GT Manager. But let's not stop here. GT Manager has every feature a player in the F1 community, in the F1 Clash community wants. We'll get right into that in a bit. F1 Clash also has a better pit pass. It has more value for money than the pit pass in GT Manager. It does not offer legendary or even a platinum crate if we're going to put both of them into perspective. So here it's packs. F1 Clash is crates, but both are exactly the same similarities. F1 Clash also has a better weather system within the game. And we're going to have a little race later on, and we'll show you exactly what that is. Now, over to GT Manager. It has a ton of features that players want in F1 Clash. And we're going to start off with the market. And inside the market, it has very, very good value for money in a lot of packs. So we got even a £12.99 that offers you a diamond booster, which is a legendary pack. It is absolutely amazing that you get 16 legendary crates with just £80. So over here, I don't know why everything's doubled up at the moment. So here for £80, you get 16,000 bucks, I say, and you can open 16 legendary crates. Also, when you move up in series in GT Manager, the price remains the same. Whereas in F1 Clash, it gets more and more expensive. You also have a ton of micro purchases for players with a low budget that they can buy. So you got £3 one, we got £5 one. They had a starter pack which we grabbed. So they have amazing value for money for the low and mid spenders. Now over to gameplay and in-game features. One of the things that I offered to Hutch to make was an account level. On my top left, we can see now that we are in level 9. And the more I progress within GT Manager, the more things I unlock. Either blueprint trading, it can go either to crates, to coins, some factory structures, and we're going to get into that a little bit later on. And even bucks. This is something that's great to have within F1 Clash, and yet we don't have it. Over to the top right corner, we see their challenges, and this is something that so many players have asked Hutch to do. Daily and weekly challenges. This makes players come into the game for a purpose. They want to grab in, stick into like 6 ranked races, 3 endurance races, earn some cash, and while you're doing this, you are getting crates. So that's absolutely amazing. You're getting crates, you're getting bucks, you're getting cash just by doing daily challenges. Something, once again, that F1 Clash does not have. Over to the little bit further to the right, we have live events. So you get races every day at live events, but it goes on from Monday to Monday. In F1 Clash, currently we only have sprint races. Yes, it's Monday to Tuesday sprint races, and we can say that we got GP events, which Gran Turismo or GT Manager Mobile does not have. So in this aspect, I'm going to give them both a neutral round. I think I'm going to lean a little bit more to F1 Clash because I really do like the Grand Prix event, but the current state it's in, it's a little bit horrible. Next feature that we have in GT Manager that I really do hope that this comes into F1 Clash is your own facilities. Now, some of these facilities have very familiar things within F1 Clash, like the car factory. Here is where you just make your own car with your suspension, your steering, etc. It's the same as making a car setup. So this one, both are the same, but for your driver builds, I do like that you have a physiotherapist or a mental coach, and each of these coaches or race engineers or team principals add extra value to the stats of your driver. So it does add lots more dynamic into the game of whether you have to think about, if I got to add Toto Wolff or Christian Horner for the circuit of Barcelona, do I want a speedy car? Do I want a driver with better overtaking? So that brings a lot into the dynamic of GT Manager. Your racing crew, this is for the weather system, your tire engineer, your strategy manager, and your pit crew. For your pit time is more or less the same as F1 Clash. The higher you upgrade, the less pit time, so it's the same. For the weather forecast, F1 Clash 100% dominates that feature, but we'll get into that once we start racing. Now, something that I've seen in the F1 Clash Discord is sponsorships. This is amazing. Red Bull Esports and PowerCar both have a sponsorship towards me, and every race I gain extra coins and extra cash. Something that could be implemented in F1 Clash, and it still hasn't been there, and it's been asked year in, year out. They also have a research lab, which you currently cannot see because I'm not in level 10 or 15 at the moment. And there you can create your own cards. So if you want Max Verstappen, you only need one. You can make the research lab to create one card of Max Verstappen. You might have to wait a week, but you get that one card that you need. Amazing feature. Another feature which I still haven't unlocked is at the top right hand corner, you see Bluebit Trading. There you can trade with your friends. Cards that you do not need. I do know that we have F1 and F1 Clash asset trading, but being able to trade with your friends sounds a lot more fun than trading with inside the game. Another thing in GT Manager is a global and season ranking. Yes, we do have the club system that have their global rank, but it has taken 5 years to nearly get to the top of that global ranking. Whereas here, you get it straight away. So that's absolutely amazing here. So you got your national or nationality or your local leaderboard. You got the season leaderboard, which is September, goes by months. And then you got your friends leaderboard. So that's a really good feature in GT Manager. F1 Clash has it. It's slightly different. Now, we're going to head into a race. Before the race, you got something very special at the bottom. You got sprint races 5 laps or endurance for 9. I do know it says 7 laps, but that currently is a visual bug. It is 9 laps. For the purpose of this video, we're going to just do 5 laps, and we're going to show you how the race is. You're going to see many features exactly the same as F1 Clash. You will have your fast mode, your neutral, your conserve, but here we also have reliability and tire performance. Now, tire performance is different to the tire degradation. I really do like this feature, to be honest, in GT Manager, and I hope it's implemented in F1 Clash. Tire selection, F1 Clash dominates GT Manager. Once you reach a certain tire management level, you really don't need your soft tires, your medium tires, sorry. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to put my mediums. I'm going to go both on soft so we can talk about the tire performance. Now, same as F1 Clash, we're going to start off with a fast race mode. Here in GT Manager, we do not have any boosts, but you can boost up to 3 times per race. You gain 1 more boost back if you pit. So you got 3 boosts and you use this either to go faster than the fast mode or to best overtake. You're going to look at the bottom of the screen. We have your tire management, which is the percentage of the tires. It's currently at 80%, and at the bottom you got 3 bars. The first bar we're going to click and it says it's at optimal speed. Absolutely amazing. When it hits the middle bar, we're going to click that one more time, and you're going to be in a fast speed. There we go. Tire wear is still okay, speed remains good. And at the third bar, it would say that the tires are worn out. Your tire performance, your car won't go as fast as it should be going, because the tires are more worn out. And it's an absolutely amazing feature because you've got more to think about within the race. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. It feels so much, way much smoother than an F1 Clash. Hopefully I can catch up here with 8, and look at that battle. You can overtake easily. Maybe there's a little bit sometimes some defending. Hopefully I'm gonna try and conserve a bit so you can more or less see how it feels like to have a little battle with the AI. It is so much smoother than an F1 Clash. An F1 Clash, once you're side to side coming into the long straight, halfway that long straight, your car decides to pull a handbrake turn and reverse back into the grids. I don't understand why it does that. Now, we've reached that third bar, like we said there. It's at 17%. The tires are worn out, and my guy would go super slow. Look how slow we go compared to the other guy, and we still have 14% left. It's still not at 0. Hopefully, he does not DNF. The weather in F1 Clash is by far better than GT Manager. At the top left over here, the guy will tell us when the weather changes, and you do not have a timer like in F1 Clash. F1 Clash, you got a timer. You know exactly when it's going to rain, and in GT Manager, it's more or less a guessing game. So, let's go back to my driver number 1. Hopefully we can actually win this race. We're getting a little bit squashed here. We have got nowhere to pass. Those visual effects, I really don't like it that much in GT Manager, where your car integrates right inside the other one. But it is what it is. I still believe that overall the gameplay is much more smoother. So, another thing is that minimap on the top right. You might be thinking F1 Clash it's better, but it's not. That minimap on the top right is you against your rival only. You can open up into a larger scale where you can see everyone within the circuit. So that is better in GT Manager. At the top, you will see numbers from 1 to 14. That is your position within the circuit or the grid. So my rivals are P1 and P4 and P8 and P14. You might think I am rubbish at this game, but I have lost a lot of time in just trying to prove to you or show you the tire performance in this game, which is a fantastic feature. One thing that F1 Clash also has over GT Manager is that I do not know how the tire condition is in my opponents. Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? I really don't know. But knowing the condition of my opponent, it might make the game easier. I know exactly when he's going to pit or when he's not going to pit. So maybe in F1 Clash, it is slightly better to know that. But here you can click on those numbers. You do know what tires they have, but it does not show you the degradation or the tire performance or their percentage. So in F1 Clash, that is a tad little better. Let's see if we can hopefully win this race. I believe my guy on P2 is way too far away. Yeah, way too far away. Let's see if I can show you a breakdown. Hopefully we can show you a breakdown. Yeah, there's my car up in smoke. We do have breakdown, retired, engine broke. So I really do like these kinds of features of the reliability. The engine's broken, kaput. That's us done for the end of the race. It does add a little bit more dynamic into your racing. Now, we've raced the bots, and that's why I say that in F1 Clash it is better to be racing PvPs. But when you finish a race at the top right, you can add a friend. You see that orange little circle there? You can add him as a friend to race against his bots. So it's a good feature, and I do know that some players in F1 Clash have requested to add a friend after the race strategy or the race debrief. Race strategy, it does tell you how much your opponent has conserved or pushed. Nice little feature to add. And then you got your team stats. So your car stats, your driver setups, and your racing crew stats. Again, pretty nice to add a little bit more into your race debrief. Now going over to the rewards. F1 Clash has better rewards, I think, than GT Manager. When you win a race in F1 Clash, you get a crate. Here, you don't get a crate. Here, you have to win 3 times in a row in order to unlock a card draft, where you select the cards that you want out of 3 cards that pop out. Here in the screen, you also see that we have our sponsorships. Paid me half of the money, of course. One was finished with 1 driver in top 2. Finished 2 drivers in top 4. So that sponsorship also adds a lot more dynamic into the game. And that is my final review between F1 Clash and GT Manager. I will be playing this game more. I will be bringing out some guides and some gameplays. So if you've liked the video, hit that like and subscribe so you do not miss